In this video, we're going to go through the extra help for Learning Target 531. This is day 1, so we're going to go through everything except the x-intercepts. So we're going to be given an equation just like this, and then asked to find all the characteristics for that quadratic. So some of these you're not going to have to do this year, so I'm just going to quick cross them out. And then, like I said, the x-intercepts we're saving for day 2. So those are the actual characteristics we're going to need. So the first couple that I like to do is directionality and max and min. So directionality, we look at our A value, which is 3. If our A value is positive, we go up, and if our A value is negative, we go down. So since this is a positive 3, our directionality is up. And then I like to quick sketch what 1 looks like if it's opening up or down so that I can easily see if it's a max or a min. And so in this case, it's like a bowl or a valley, so I have a minimum. If you don't need to sketch it, that's fine, but it does help me a lot because my brain doesn't connect up and minimum right away, and I'm assuming yours doesn't either, so drawing the sketch can be super helpful. So then I want to do the y-intercept. I think that one's pretty easy. I don't really have to do much for it because the y-intercept is just the constant value. So my constant is 192. I just need to write that as an intercept, so it's going to be 0, 192. And then the last two, the line of symmetry and the vertex, those go together. So kind of like the directionality and max and min go together, the line of symmetry and the vertex go together. Line of symmetry actually has its own equation, negative b over 2a. And so we can plug our values into that. So my b value is 48, my a value is 3. So we get negative and then 48 in parentheses over 2 times a, which is 3. And then I want to simplify across, so simplify the top and then simplify the bottom. So negative 48 is just negative 48. 2 times 3 is 6. And then you'll want to divide this to get your answer. If it ends up being a decimal, that's fine. I don't have a preference if you want to keep it as a decimal or keep it as a fraction. That's up to you. So 48 divided by 6 is negative 8. Negative 8. So our line of symmetry is x equals that number. So don't forget the x equals part. That's a really common mistake. So our line of symmetry is x equals negative 8. And then our vertex, we have to take this and plug it into our original equation. So I'm going to plug in, so this is to find the vertex. We're going to plug in a negative 8 wherever we see an x inside parentheses. So yours should look like that, and then we can plug that into our calculator. So in my calculator, I just want to type that exactly as it's written. And I get 0. So 0 is not my answer. That is my y value. So this is x and this is y. So my vertex is negative 8, comma 0. Negative 8, comma 0. And those are all of the characteristics for part 1. And then we've already talked about x-intercepts before, where we use factoring, quadratic formula, square root method, but we want to spend some more time on that on day 2, and then we'll put it all together to be able to solve this whole problem.